Okay?
Is it purchased or?
Yes.
Purchased it.
They're going to see it as purchased. This is actually a plate, like we use Blue. What was the one product that we put in to standardize our costing when we built inventory? I know we use Blue for plastisol.
Blue for plastisol or black for
Black
plastisol, blue for powder.
And then that's kind of what this is without being an actual powder number. So we just took our closest average. Next, group. Now, these are,
Is it required for the group?
no, you don't have to put in a group. But,
Obviously, definitely would be helpful. It's,
yeah, class.
Group is one of the
Sales order field.
types that will determine.
This isn't a finished product.
Yeah.
It's not something we're,
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
we
but
don't need
it has
group.
something to do with the financials. If you need it to
it's
post.
a purchased item that we're going to consume as a raw material. So it's the simplest level we really have. It's not something we're going to sell.
Uh-huh.
If it's seen as sell, you want to use group.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah.
If class,
Class is the costing.
you definitely, yes,
Need
we
it.
would use it.
you're going to want to
You
use
need it. That's where
class.
it's going to
So
pull its
we're going to have to create a class.
cost account from.
See, we have cardboard, cut part.
Yeah,
it's just
now
not-
he has a bunch of different finishes, I believe.
Yeah,
Right?
a lot of finishes.
And he's going to want to group all of his finishes together.
In one class, it's going to be FIN as our finished class.
There you go. So right click. You got to right click. We got to create it. So I'm going to show them how to create it right from here.
Okay.
Right, just you might have to get rid of those other two. I don't know. Now right click. Open with part class entry. Just go up here and hit the new. Yep, just over right there. Now put in FIN. That's how right there at the top. You were in the right field at the beginning.
I don't know if I'm the guy you want over here.
FIN. Yep. And then description is finishes. And we're not going to go into buyer.
That's fine. I understand that.
Okay. But you would just right click and put in your buyer. So we're going to click Jim Marshall. He's our purchasing agent here. Just do the pull down. It should already be there. Okay. And GL accounts. You're gonna want to assign in this aspect, and I don't know what they all are, so we're going to leave them blank. Go ahead and hit save. Again, you're going to want a lot of help from your accounting. What we're going to do now is go add the standard price of 1.04 or 1.4. So you got to go to group. Part number is finish space STD. You can search.
Search it.
Yeah. You gotta get rid of the F though, there. Now the quickest way is to put F at starting at, and then part type is purchased. Yep. So we happen to have some finials, so you'll have to keep going down till you get to finish. furnish STD. Click OK. Now, over there in standard unit material, standard, you're going to add 1.4.
And all these?
Just the one.
So
Just the
you
very
go.
top one.
Third to the right.
Clear to the right.
So this really isn't part of the product master.
No, this is not part of the product manual. This is a cost table. Totally
For that product.
for that product.
For that
For that
product.
one item. These
I
parts.
would have just assumed that would have been a part of the product master
Right.
option, or
I would have too, but it's not. So go ahead and click save. Oh, you're gonna have to put a reason, sorry. Just, reason codes are all yours. It's called the standard price update. And that has tied to GL accounts, and it now just made a GL transaction.
We're done with this, aren't we?
Yep, we're done with that. Now, if we go back to the part, still, you don't see how we've used it. Go to plants, let's see what else we can do with this. Plants for MRP, we don't have any, but down here, how long does it take you to get a finish?
that's one thing we don't have set up very well, is our lead times.
Okay, so
Neither
let's.
do we.
Stay away. Yeah, that's about what they always put in everything, is 7 days.
7 days. So put in 7 days.
Whether it's accurate or not, that's what they put
And
in.
then put the planner or buyer as Jim Marshall. Okay, now, do you do all your receiving in the morning and use it in the afternoon? Or do you receive it and use it the next day?
They receive it and use it as soon as they possibly can.
And then leave it just at 7. If it came in and went into a quality inspection, then
Yeah.
you'd want to receive time of 1 day,
And they
the delay. Or you make this 6 and make that 1.
understand.
Okay, so this would be a typical, well, now there's got to be a supplier. Why do we need a supplier?
For purchasing MRP.
Exactly. For when MRP runs and it creates PO suggestion, we'd have to have a supplier. I know you probably don't know who your supplier is,
Yeah.
so
It requires you to put in a primary.
no, we're done. We've set the part
Okay,
up.
so you don't
We
have
can-
to.
We don't have to. That's part of the power is you can do too little and get cut, or you can do too much and get cut. But it's
So
really,
we don't want one in there now?
yeah, go ahead and pick any one of them. It don't matter. Just so that we can, when we do this.
Nail it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so if there was a minimum quantity, if you had all that stuff, all translates into a better PO suggestion
volume, the weighted average is more like blue. So that's what we use.
Well, basically, that's what they're doing, it's just they came up with a generic
Okay.
product number.
Right.
And all we're saying is you might want to rethink that, because now you don't need to have that. I don't know what the need,
Right.
because we're going to replace it.
System doesn't need it.
The system
You could just
doesn't
take
need-
any part that you want, and then you're going to replace it with the configurator. The configurator
Understand.
will replace
Yeah,
it. It's part of their
the
method.
first guy for the configurator that came here, he did all mine with Phantom parts. This is like a Phantom part.
Right.
And it confused the heck out of everybody I tried to show stuff to. So eventually I said, well, what are we missing? Well, how do we make our product? You know, I want to see my parts. That's all I heard for months. What's my part do? So we're going to continue with this one, and we'll just, I know where we're going with it. As long as you're comfortable, we'll keep going. So now we'll just go ahead and go to and
You know, we don't have to make all that. Good on most of our stuff.
Okay.
So a different part?
different part, new, yep. What he's doing is making sure he clears the form, and it's just called frame. Well, does it have a part number?
Yes.
Yeah, it has a part number.
I can see it in the other hand.
Yeah, you might have to turn the light on.
Yeah, it's stuff. That's all.
So now you gotta hit tab, and it's gonna ask you if you want this new part, you're gonna say yes. Now you're gonna put a 500,
Just put frame 500
Yeah.
771.
Frame 500 or 500
Yeah.
frame?
Either way, it doesn't matter. It's-
And you manufacture this.
nope, it's purchased.
It is purchased.
Yeah, they buy their frames.
Yeah, we buy it.
We're going to put finish on this frame,
see.
okay?
Search.
So, that's your frame. Class is going to be wood.
Well, it's actually FRM for frame.
Frame, FRM. Okay, so we have to create a new one. Go. Right click.
So you put in FR.
FRM.
FRM. And then hit tab. Frames.
Frame.
I think it's several frames going this, right?
What?
Several frames going
Oh,
this.
yeah. It's just all frames go in that one glass, no matter what type it is.
Okay. Really, this is the more important part is this stuff here, but we're just helping them group them now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And then when we
Right
go with
click.
the new system, we probably need to fine tune our classes a little more.
refresh list. It doesn't know, since you opened the form, it needs
Refresh
to be
list.
refreshed. Now you can go, should be able to find frames.
There it is.
Okay, and now you want to jump back to your cost. But click save first, you gotta have the part. Again, it really should be part of this file, or a way to get to it
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.